Hello, everyone. We are back with another round of Turing Mock Interview series. I'm Fazil, a full stack developer at Turing from Pune, India. And I have 5 years of experience working with JavaScript, React, Angular, Node.js, MongoDB, and blockchain. Today, I will be interviewing Christian for the role of an experienced Laravel developer. Excited? All right, let's get started. So, Christian, how are you doing and how has been your day so far?
Sure, my day is going well. I'm fine and working on features within the company I am in. How about you?
Okay, I'm doing well as well. Thanks for asking. So, Christian, would you mind introducing yourself and telling me more about your background and your professional experience? And then we'll take ahead from there.
Sure. So, my name is Christian, as you mentioned before, with a bachelor degree in software engineering.
Uh-huh.
I am a full stack developer with 4 years of experience. I'm a highly and motivated person. So I'm skilled in MongoDB, MySQL, PHP, Express, Express.js with JavaScript, Angular, and Laravel,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm going to be interviewed for today.
Uh-huh.
Um, in the past, I worked for several companies, local companies here in Senegal where I live, and also remotely freelancing.
Okay.
And today I work at Ingenious through Turing.
Okay, that's interesting. I should say your background looks amazing. And I've also checked your resume. It's a perfect fit for this role, I should say.
Thank you.
So, I mean, from your resume, I could see you worked very hard to reach where you are currently. So, would you like to tell me more about your Laravel projects that you worked on in the past?
Sure. So I can talk about two projects. One
Sure.
of them was when I was working for a local company here. So
Mm-hmm.
I worked on SI solution with Laravel to
Mm-hmm.
manage a pharmacy, um, and I hospitals working with pharmacies actually.
Okay.
So I developed the backend side using Laravel. Also, I work on the front end with Angular 8 for the front end. Yeah, it was quite interesting because we developed some features with real-time communication between front end and back end, and Laravel was quite good for that also.
Perfect.
Um,
Perfect.
another project, can I
Mm-hmm.
go? Right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
please go
another
ahead.
project was when I worked with a local bank also. Actually, it's a bank from France, but they are here in Senegal. It was a platform to organize their meetings face to face and with their partners to publish
Mm-hmm.
offers and have some news feed. Today, the solution is working again within the company I deployed it for. Yeah.
Okay. So, a follow-up question on that, Christian, would be what was the reason that you chose Laravel to work on the project that you worked on?
Sure. So Laravel is a PHP framework and it allows us to build scalable, progressive applications. With it, we can build, full stack solution. I mean, front end and back end. Also, we can build, if we want, just an API with it. It's quite easy to do and robust framework also. Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
a good framework.
Okay, perfect. Very well answered question. So moving ahead, so do you think Laravel can be used for both front-end and back-end development? And what are the different features and aspects that Laravel provides out of the box when we go for full stack development using Laravel?
Sure. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, we can build full stack application with Laravel. Laravel
Uh-huh.
provide a built-in solution for front end. We can use Blade files to build views. So they are kind of front end within
Mm-hmm.
PHP. So we can use Blade file to build our front end view side and pure PHP to build the logic.
Okay.
Also, we can build SPA applications. So we have the API side built with Laravel only for APIs, and the frontend will be handled by maybe Angular, React, or whatever we want for frontend.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so diving deeper into Laravel question, would you like to talk about seeders in Laravel?
Sure. Yeah, seeders. So when we start working on an application, we don't have data in the database. So seeders are provided by Laravel to feed our database with fake data, and after migrations, we can run a PHP command, I mean the Laravel command, sorry, to feed the database. We can create the seeders using PHP artisan make seeders and the class
Uh-huh.
name, write the data we want to feed the database with, and run after that PHP artisan dbseed. It will automatically put the fake data in the database for us. Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. Very well answered question. So viewers, let me know in the comment section below if you would have answered the same question differently. Okay, so moving ahead to the next question, Christian, do you want to talk about what are factories in Laravel?
Sure. Okay. Factories with Laravel. Well, so within Laravel, we write migration for our table, and we write
Mhm.
models also that will make the link within the table and a data object within our application. So now when we want to put, let's say we want to seed yeah, our application, we can use factories to specify what type of data we want to put in specific field of the model. Yeah, and to create them, we can use PHP artisan make factory, specify the name of the class. It will create a file within our application in the database factory folder, and
Mhm.
put there the model, the type of data we want to feed each field of our model. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Very well answered. So, having said that, let's move ahead to design patterns, which are most frequently used in Laravel. So, Christian, would you like to talk about what are facades as a design pattern and how are they used in Laravel?
Yeah. So facade are used in Laravel to register classes and methods within our application. So once they are registered, we can use those facade with a simple name actually within the whole application. So we don't have to remember long class name, and just with a small name, we can actually reach those classes.
Okay,
I
okay,
think
okay.
kind of things like that. Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. That's absolutely right. So one of the most important aspects of Laravel is relationships because that is how databases map. So do you want to talk about relationships in Laravel and what are the different types of relationships available?
Yeah, so within Laravel, we have different type of relationships, and relationship are a way to define relation between tables with between models. So
Uh-huh.
within Laravel, we have different type of relationship. I can mention one-to-one relationship, one-to-many, um, many-to-many, has one through, has many through. We have also polymorphic relationship, like one-to-one polymorphic, one-to-many polymorphic, mm, many-to-many polymorphic as well. Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So now let's talk about maintenance in Laravel application. So how do you put a Laravel application in maintenance mode? Question.
Hmm. Interesting question. Uh, when we deploy an application, sometimes we want to do some modification, do maintenance. So Laravel provides a simple command to put our application in a maintenance mode using PHP artisan down. It will put our
Mhm.
application into a maintenance mode. Will If we want, we can even customize a page that will say, hey, our application is on maintenance mode. And when we finish the maintenance, we finish bringing new, I will say, update to our application, we can say it's done. So we go and type PHP artisan up. It will bring back the application to live. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. So I'm sure you must be aware that MVC architecture is the heart of any Laravel application. So Christian, would you mind talking about what MVC architecture is and how is it used in Laravel? Maybe you can give some examples of the APIs where you've used it.
Sure. Uh, MVP is
MVC, yeah.
MVC. Sorry.
Yep.
Uh, in an architecture we use to build application, and Laravel also supported that. So
Mm-hmm.
it brings us a kind of pattern we can follow to easily build a big application, scalable one.
Mm-hmm.
The MVC, sorry, I was working on a kind of business plan and have MVP on my head.
Okay.
Yeah, so the MVC model is, the M is for model. That
Right.
was there to handle everything regarding the model, the data.
Mm-hmm.
It's the central, okay, component of the MVC architecture. Uh, so it manages the data, as I said. The V in the MVC is there to displays information on the screen or to the user. So the user is see what is on the screen, can interact with the the screen, what he is seeing. And
Mm-hmm.
the controller is like something that is between the data, the model, and the
Mm-hmm.
views. So it handles the request, knows what to do, if it should take information from the data, so the model, or just send another view to the view side for the user. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Absolutely right. That's absolutely correct. So now I would like to call upon my fellow developers. So if you think we have missed a question today, please feel free to post them in the comment section below. And if you're looking forward for a job, go to www.turing.com/jobs and apply for the 1x per year expertise. So Christian, would you mind talking about what are service containers in Laravel?
Sure. So service container in Laravel, or IOC, is responsible for managing classes dependencies,
Mm-hmm.
meaning not every file will be imported using require or include, um, what I can say, include in PHP. So it's done automatically by the service container. It's mainly used to inject classes when we are building our application. So for
Right.
example, we can consider the request class that is automatically injected to our controllers, even though we don't uh, include them on the header of our files.
Uh, Okay, okay, perfect. Very well answered question. So a connected question to that would be, what is a service provider in Laravel and what is its importance?
Sure. Service provider in Laravel, we use service provider to bootstrap our application. So I can say that when my application boot, the container will register some classes. Say this one should happen when you boot, you should do this. So using the service container actually,
Mm-hmm.
so it will help us to bind, let's say, classes or interfaces with classes, so we can use interfaces instead, abstract classes instead of the concrete classes. So
Right.
yeah, so our application will be more structured somehow.
Absolutely. That's bang on. Very well answered question. So moving ahead to our last technical question today. Christian, what are accessors and mutators in Laravel?
Cool. Accessors and getters, they are also called mutators,
Mm-hmm.
are used to get data or to set the data in a class. For example, in a model, I can add some mutators. Let's say for
Mm-hmm.
the user model, for example, I can say I will create a getter like get user full name. So
Mm-hmm.
once I call that method, it will return the user full name for me. I can also add something like set a user full name and provide the user given name and the user family name. That method will help me set the user full name in my model. Yeah. So we use them to retrieve and to set data.
Okay, perfect. As always, very well answered question. So now, would you like to help our developer community and our viewers with the resources that they should refer if they want to learn Laravel from scratch?
Oh, so yeah, okay. Some materials to learn Laravel. You know, a framework is measured by its documentation. So I
Mm-hmm.
will start by saying that if you want to learn Laravel, you should first of all consider the documentation of Laravel. You can see it on laravel.com. They
Mm-hmm.
have everything there from the first version to the latest one. You can go from the beginning, from the get started section of the documentation. And this
Mm-hmm.
one is valid for beginners and for experts. Also, we have laracast.com. That is a very, very nice website. It is like a Netflix for Laravel enthusiasts. Yeah, 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 yeah. So you can also go there. They offer more practical and modern web development
Mm-hmm.
tutorials. You can go and follow them from the easier to the advanced tutorials there. Also, you can watch, I would say, some tutorials on YouTube. There are a lot of tutorials there building application. You can see people developing application live, so you can also follow them and then understand what is going, how things work.
Yeah.
Other things you can look for Udemy classes. There are a ton of lessons there.
Yeah.
And the last but not the least, you can also use hacker.io.
Okay.
That yeah, it is spelled HACKR, I think. So it they provide a lot of lessons, a lot of courses from different sources like Udemy, Facebook, or some tutorial articles. There you can go and just go from the basic one to advanced one. Yeah. So I think those material can help one to learn Laravel from the start to the top to the advanced one. What else I can add something? Just Google it. I will say that. Just
Absolutely.
Google it. Even the expect one, always we have to Google something because we can't keep everything in our mind. So you need something, just feel free to Google it. There are people also who can answer you on forums. There are a lot of things you can find there. There are communities also that can help you. Whatever you want, just ask for it. Yeah.
So, all right, that's it for today, Christian. Thank you so much for sharing such valuable information. You're such a great developer, and it was really nice speaking to you. To everybody else, thank you so much for tuning into this mock interview series and viewing it till the end. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we did. We will be back with many more episodes covering different tech stacks and languages. If you're looking for a specific mock interview, please drop in your suggestion in the comment section below. And don't forget to give us a big fat thumbs up if you like this video. And if you want to get notified for such future videos, do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you haven't done it already. You can also follow Turing on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter for more such updates. I'll see you again in the next mock interview. Till then, take care, stay safe, and happy coding.